podcast, The Titan's Code, Reprogram Reality, audio script for approximately 10 minutes. Intro, background music gradually fades out. Welcome to today's episode, where we'll take you on a journey through one of the most controversial and provocative books of recent times, The Titan's Code, Reprogram Reality. This isn't just another motivational book full of empty platitudes. It's a brutal manifesto for those who are tired of being pawns in someone else's game. The author of this book didn't mince words. From the very first pages, he attacks everything we consider sacred morality, social norms, even reality itself. He claims that we live in a collective hallucination that we can reject and replace with our own vision. Sounds crazy? Maybe. But is it really? Today, we'll analyze the three fundamental principles of the Titan's Code, which, according to the author, have the power to transform each of us from an obedient slave of the system into an unstoppable force of nature. Prepare for a journey that may forever change the way you perceive the world. First principle. The first principle sounds like heresy to most of us. Reality is your hallucination. Control it. The author claims that facts simply don't exist. What we call reality is just a collection of opinions and interpretations that we have agreed to believe. Your bank account, your boss's opinion, even your illnesses, all of these are manifestations of your dominant belief systems. Sounds abstract? The author proposes concrete steps. First, invalidate old beliefs. Write down all the facts that limit you on a piece of paper, and then symbolically destroy them. Next step is to install a new vision, what the author calls positive delusion. It's not about dreams or wishful thinking. It's about creating a crystal-clear image in your mind of the version of yourself you want to be and acting as if it were already true. This is a radical approach to change. Instead of waiting for external evidence, we create it ourselves through our actions. If we want to be rich, we start thinking and making decisions like rich people. If we want to be confident, we walk into a room as if it belongs to us. Second principle. The second principle is even more controversial. Morality is for the masses. You have your own code. Here, the author attacks the very foundations of social functioning, claiming that morality was invented to control the strong. Guilt, fear, and compassion, these are, according to the author, the three viruses of the mind, implanted in us by the system. Guilt ties us to a past we cannot change. Fear paralyzes us from a future we could create. And compassion makes us waste our precious energy solving problems for people who don't want to solve them themselves. It's a provocative statement that good people don't succeed. Why? Because goodness, in the crowd's definition, means sacrificing one's own ambitions on the altar of others' expectations. It means being kind when you need to be ruthless. The author proposes creating your own code, 3 to 5 principles that will become your only constitution. Examples? My vision is my right. I don't waste energy on what I can't control. My success is my supreme goal. This is the philosophy of the star, which doesn't ask the planets if it can shine. It simply shines. Its only moral obligation is to burn as brightly as possible. Third principle. The third and final principle is act like a titan. Think like a predator. Here, the author moves from theory to practice. Thoughts and visions are powerful, but action is the chisel that carves our hallucination into the hard marble of experience. The universe doesn't reward thinkers, it rewards those who act. Quickly, aggressively, and without hesitation. The predator's stance is that of someone who doesn't contemplate endlessly. They see a goal and attack. The author presents the holy trinity of action. Never explain yourself, never complain, never apologize. Explaining yourself is asking for acceptance. Complaining is a signal that we are victims. Apologies are an admission of guilt. Key is also the approach to failure. The author claims that we must learn to completely be unable to lose. Failure is not a cause for shame, it's fuel. The pain you feel after failure is the most powerful incentive to win that exists. Practical tools? The one-step principle. What is the absolute smallest step we can take towards a goal within the next 60 seconds? A daily offensive, planning one aggressive action each day. And impatience as a superpower, because patience is a virtue invented for those who settle for scraps. Conclusion. The Titan's Code is a book that leaves no room for compromise. You either reject it as a dangerous manifesto of narcissism, or you accept it as liberation from social shackles. The author doesn't seek a middle ground, he wants radical transformation. Are these principles ethical? Do they lead to happiness? These are questions that everyone must answer for themselves. One thing is certain, this book forces you to think. It forces you to question everything we took for granted. The author's final words sound like a challenge. You are not a reader. You are a Titan. It's an invitation to abandon the role of a passive observer and become an active creator of your own destiny. Are you ready for such a transformation? Do you have the courage to discard the old script and start writing your own? These are the questions everyone must ask themselves. That's all for today. Thank you for listening, and see you in the next episode. Oyutaro. Music gradually swells and ends,